I'm Joni Ernst. I grew up castrating hogs on an Iowa farm. So when I get to Washington, I'll know how to cut pork.
Joni Ernst, mother, soldier, conservative.
My parents taught us to live within our means. It's time to force Washington to do the same. To cut wasteful spending, repeal Obamacare, and balance the budget. I'm Joni Ernst, and I approve this message because Washington's full of big spenders. Let's make them squeal.
I'm Bruce Braley, and I approve this message.
We've all heard the one about pigs squealing, but when Joni Ernst had the chance to do something in Iowa, we didn't hear a peep. In the state Senate, Ernst never sponsored a bill to cut pork, never wrote one measure to slash spending. In fact, the Iowa Republican says she backed measures to actually increase spending. Joni Ernst ads are hard to forget, but her record just doesn't cut it.
We all know how Washington politician Bruce Braley compared his female opponent to a chick. Now he's taken his war on chicks too far. After a chicken crossed into his Iowa vacation property, Braley threatened to sue his neighborhood. A true Iowan would have just talked to his neighbors, but not trial lawyer Bruce Braley.
You might have a farmer from Iowa who never went to law school serving as the next chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Why did the chicken cross into Bruce Braley's property? It might just be coming home to roost.
Bruce Braley has missed more votes than any other Iowa congressman, and it's not even close.
While veterans were being denied the care and benefits they earned, Braley skipped hearings.
While seniors were facing cuts to Medicare, Braley skipped hearings.
When Iowans needed a voice in Washington the most, Braley skipped hearings.
Bruce Braley isn't showing up for work, and he needs to be fired, not promoted.
NRSC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm Bruce Braley, and I approve this message.
More attacks on attendance from the Koch brothers and Joni Ernst. But what's the truth? The truth is Bruce Braley has a 95% voting record in Congress. 95%. And Braley has stood strong for Iowa veterans. It's Joni Ernst who's missed 36% of votes in the Iowa Senate while she was being paid to show up for work. So don't believe their attacks. Joni Ernst and the Koch brothers' radical ideas are just wrong for Iowa.
Typical Washington. Bruce Braley says he's for the Keystone Pipeline, then votes against it. Now, billionaire special interests that oppose Keystone are spending big to help Braley. Braley voted for Obama's cap-and-trade deal that would have hurt farmers and cost thousands of jobs. Joni Ernst will put Iowa jobs ahead of Washington politics. She supports building Keystone and will fight for Iowa renewables. Joni Ernst, an independent voice for Iowa. American Crossroads is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Washington politician Bruce Braley is already running a dirty campaign. He insults farmers. His ads called sexist. He even mocked Chuck Grassley for not having a law degree. The press called Braley's attacks elitist, false, misleading.
Don't believe the false attacks. I'm Joni Ernst, and I approve this message because I may not have a law degree, but I've got something Washington needs a whole lot more: Iowa values.
I had worked all my life with the security of knowing that Medicare was going to be there and take care of my medical needs as I became older. Bruce Braley voted to cut $700 billion from Medicare to support Obamacare. That's just not fair. We paid in, we paid for it, that should be there for us. It's hurting a lot of people. Bruce Braley is a part of the problem in Washington. He's not doing his job.
NRSC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
We were getting ready to deploy to Iraq. Joni said the most important thing is to bring everybody back alive. That's when I knew that Joni was a commander, a real commander, someone who cared about soldiers. Joni's priority is people. It was always her priority as a commander. She's an excellent leader. Joni cares about Iowa. The attack ads, those are a joke. They don't reflect anything accurately about Joni Ernst. It's just not true.
I'm Joni Ernst, and I approve this message.
She's not your typical candidate. Conservative Joni Ernst, mom, farm girl, and a lieutenant colonel who carries more than just lipstick in her purse. Joni Ernst will take aim at wasteful spending, and once she sets her sights on Obamacare, Joni's gonna unload. Oh, and one more thing. Joni doesn't miss much.
Give me a shot. I'm Joni Ernst, and I approve this message.